Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video, and today we're talking about iOS 16. We're now just a week away from the release of the first beta of iOS 16, and it's getting really exciting. We just had some amazing news from Mark Gurman, who is our very trusted source when it comes to Apple related stuff. He has revealed some mind-blowing features that are coming to iOS 16 that will change iOS forever. Now, before we get into all that and all these exciting features, I just want to ask you guys for a really quick favor. Please, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel because most of you guys that are watching my videos are currently not subscribed, so make sure to do so. It will help out a lot. And of course, smash the like button if you enjoy the video. So we're a week away from the release of the first beta of iOS 16. This year, Apple has kept iOS 16 really secret, and we didn't get much. Our only source to iOS 16 is Mark Gurman, who has reported a lot of new features that are coming to iOS 16. And on his latest report, he talks about some really amazing features. But first of all, he says that iOS 16 will be a significant upgrade. It will be a chunk of full new changes and features across the operating system. So what I believe this will be is the biggest update to iOS since iOS 7. Even though, according to Gurman, we cannot expect a full overhaul, a full redesign of iOS like it was on iOS 7, we will still get amazing new features and amazing new changes across iOS. And now let's get into the really exciting stuff. According to Gurman, Apple is planning major enhancements on the lock screen of iOS 16, including wallpapers that have widget-like capabilities. Now this is really interesting. So you won't get actually widgets on the lock screen, so you just place a widget there just like you do on the home screen of your iOS 15 device, but there will be wallpapers that actually have widget-like capabilities. So you will probably have the option to switch between different wallpapers that have different capabilities. This is really interesting, and of course a feature that, as far as I know, hasn't been seen on any smartphone until today. This is really exciting to see how Apple will actually implement this feature. So what I believe to be on the settings app of your iPhone, you will probably have a bunch of different wallpapers. Each of them should have different capabilities. So whichever you apply to your lock screen, that's the stuff that you can do on your lock screen with these wallpapers that will have widget-like capabilities. So this is really interesting. So even though we know that that's coming to iOS 16, we can basically not really explain how that will work. It's really interesting to see that feature. And of course, we will see it demonstrated next week at WWDC 2022. This should be really exciting, and hopefully Apple might even let like third-party apps do that, like just let devs create wallpapers with different capabilities. That would be really amazing and basically a game changer to iOS and of course smartphones as well. Now this is of course not an always on display. These wallpapers will be just like normal wallpapers on your iPhone, just will have different capabilities. But Apple is also planning an always on display on iOS 16. This also reported by Mark Gurman. But unfortunately that will be a feature that will be exclusive to the new iPhones that are coming out in September this year. So that not even all of them, probably just the iPhone 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max will be the only two devices that will have this feature. It might look something like this. This is a concept here by Angelo Libero, really good concept, and of course it shows what an always on display could look like on iOS. So now we know that this is coming to iOS. Unfortunately, if you have an iPhone 13 Pro or 12 Pro, you won't be able to get advantage of this feature, as it looks like it will be exclusive only to the iPhone 14. On his latest report, Mark Gurman didn't only talk about iOS 16's lock screen, he also talked about iMessage. So he expects iMessage to have more like social network functionality. So basically he talks more about the audio messages. There should be a lot of enhancements on audio messages on iMessage, but of course you can expect it to be more like the social media DMs that you have like on Instagram or Snapchat or something like that. Apple is looking to actually enhance iMessage, looking to replace basically the DMs that you have on your social media. This is again quite an amazing feature, and we will see what Apple does next week at WWDC 2022, but expect a lot of enhancements on iMessage as well. Also, according to Mark Grumman, there will be enhancements on the Health app as well. Now, this has been reported before, even though it looks like Health is not expanding to iPad and Mac, but it will stay, of course, only on the iPhone and the Apple Watch. But you should expect a lot of enhancements on the Health app as well, different features and capabilities that Apple is looking to add to the Health app, and of course, health tracking features, crash report, and all that, which are reported to come to iOS 16, again enhancing this software update, which looks to be quite amazing. Hopefully we'll get this major upgrade that we have been waiting for years now. Since the release, of course, of iOS 7, we just had some new features which are really cool, but of course, since Apple has added the home screen widgets, we didn't get any like major features to iOS that will basically make users want to update to that software. Last year, just a few people have updated to iOS 15 because it wasn't that interesting at all. Hopefully this year will be much better. So of course, whenever an exciting update comes along with a bunch of new features and these big changes, a lot of people will want to update. So iOS 16, as you probably know by now, will come on its first dev beta next Monday, so that will be June 6th. WWDC will start that day. The conference would be at 10 a.m. Pacific time, probably around 2 hours. After that, around 12 p.m. Pacific time, you should see the first beta, the first dev beta getting out to the devs. That's when, of course, devs will be able to install and try out. And if you have a dev account or you have a profile, you will be able to actually install it on your device and try out all the cool new features. As far as the public beta goes, I know a lot of people will wait for that, of course, because it will be way more stable when Apple releases that. They think that it's stable enough for the public to test it, and anyone can join and test that software. You can just go ahead and update to it probably somewhere in July actually. So in July, probably around July 5th or 6th, I believe those should be the dates when Apple should release the first beta to the public of iOS 16. So if you just want to wait for the public beta, you will have to wait at least a month from the release of the first dev beta. So should you update or not? Of course, once the public beta is out, I suggest if you want to try the features, you can just go ahead and update, because Apple thinks it's stable enough, probably will be stable enough for the public to test it. Go ahead and try it out. If you just want to install the dev beta, I suggest you wait at least for a couple of days and see the feedback, how it works, if it is stable to install, especially if you're trying to install it on your daily driver. You should be very careful, and I suggest you wait at least a couple of days. So as a conclusion, this looks to be an amazing update. Even though we didn't get much from this update and not like big leaks and something like that, like screenshots or something like that, we still have the reports by Mark Grumman which indicate that this is an amazing update and probably will be the biggest update to iOS since iOS 7 has been released. So that's basically it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to leave a like on this one if you enjoyed it. I will see you guys on the next video.